Now let us solve the question number 21, which says that consider three non-zero matrices A, B, C such that A, B, B dash equal to C, B, B dash. B dash means actually transpose of B. Okay. Then which of the following statement is true? Let me write down the condition. A, B, B dash is equal to C, B, B dash. Okay. So we have to find out the correct option. Okay. Where first option says that AB is equal to BA, AB equal to CB. Second option says that rank of A equal to rank of C. Third option says that the non-zero eigenvalues of A and C are identical, and fourth option says that none of this. Okay. Now just observe that. Let me consider a matrix A equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. I am considering this matrix as A matrix. Okay. I am considering the matrix B equal to 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0. Okay. You can check that then B transpose is equal to B. Okay. And C is equal to I am considering the matrix C as 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 minus 1. Okay, you can check it. B transpose is always equal to B. Now what is AB? If you multiply A with B, we will get the 0 matrix. Okay, you can check it. If you multiply this row with this column, you will get 0. If you multiply this row with this column, you will get 0. If you multiply this row with this column, you will again get 0. Again, if you multiply this row with this column, you will get 0. This row with this column, you will get 0. And this row with this column again is 0. This row with this column is 0. This row with this column is 0. This row with this column is 0. So AB is equal to 0. So if AB equal to 0, then B dash is equal to 0 into B dash is equal to 0. So left hand side is equal to 0. Okay. Now what is CB? Again, if you multiply this row with this column, you will get 0. This row with this column, you will again get 0. This row with this column, you will again get 0. This row, this column 0. This row, this column 0. This row, this column 0 again. So CB is equal to 0, and hence I can say that CBB dash is also 0. Okay. Now you can see that what one as I can consider A as a diagonal matrix, and 1 is an element of principal diagonal. Hence I can say that 1 is an eigenvalue of A, and from this I can say that -1 is also an eigenvalue of C. Okay. So the non-negative eigenvalues of A or C equal is not the correct option, as 1 is an eigenvalue of A and -1 is the only non-negative eigenvalue of C. So option C is not correct. Now let us talk about option B. Now just observe this matrix. From this matrix I can consider, from this concept I can consider a 4x4 matrix A equal to 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. This is our matrix A. Okay. Okay. I am considering the matrix B as 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay. Then you can check that B dash is again 0. You can check it. Okay. And now I am considering the matrix C as 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1. Okay. Then again you can, if you multiply C with B, you will get 0 matrix. Then B dash is again 0. Hence I can say that B dash is equal to B dash. Okay. What is the rank of A? You can see that there is only one non-zero row, so rank of A is equal to 1. You can see that there is two non-zero rows, so rank of C is equal to 2. So rank of A is not equal to rank of C. So option B is also not correct. Okay. Now let us talk about option number A. The statement says B dash equal to B dash. Okay. Now taking this in the left hand side, I am writing B dash is minus CBB dash is equal to 0. Okay, so I can also write is AB minus CB is equal to 0. AB minus CB into B dash is equal to 0. I can take B dash common, as distributive law holds for matrix also, right? Now multiplying this matrix with A dash minus C dash. Okay, A dash minus C dash, that is A transpose minus C transpose. Okay, so AB minus CB B dash A transpose minus C transpose is equal to 0. So I can write it as AB minus CB, and I know that AB is transpose is equal to B transpose A transpose, so I can write it as A minus C, just a second, I can write it as A minus C into B is whole transpose is equal to 0. Hence I can say that AB minus CB into AB minus CB is transpose is equal to 0. Now I know that if A transpose is equal to 0, then A must be 0. So from this I can conclude that AB minus CB equal to 0, and hence AB is equal to CB. So option A is our correct option. That's all about the question number 21. Now let us solve the question number 22. Now let us solve the question number 22, which says that m and n be non-negative integer defined by a mn equal to all such x belongs to R such that n squared x cube plus 2020 x square plus mx is equal to 0, then the number of pairs mn for which am comma n has exactly 2 points. Okay, so we have to find out the number of order pairs mn for which mn has exactly 2 pairs. Okay, now observe this cubic equation: n square x cube plus 2020 x square plus mx is equal to 0. You can see that x equal to 0 is always a solution of this equation. So, and it says that amn has exactly 2 points. It means this equation has exactly 2 solutions. Okay, now taking x as common, I can write it as n square x square plus 2020 x plus m equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. Okay, these have 2 solutions. Now these 2 solutions including x equal to 0 will become 3 solutions. So this solution of this quadratic equation must be equal for having amn to only 2 points. Okay, so this quadratic equation must have exactly 1 solution. Hence discriminant of this quadratic equation must be 0. So I can write it b square minus 4 n square m is equal to 0. So I can write it as 4 n square m equal to 2020. Hence I can write it n square m as 10 just a second, this is square, so I can write it 1010 it's square. Okay, hence I am getting the prime factor. If I want to get the prime factorization of this, I can write it as 101 square 2 square into 5 square. Now, so from this what I can say that if n equal to 1, okay, if n equal to 1, then m equal to plus minus 1, n equal to plus minus 1, then m must be 101, then there exists only one value of m. Hence I can say that there exists only one value of m. So just a second, there exists m only one value of m. This is this value. Okay, now if n equal to 1 plus minus 101, If n equal to plus minus 101, then m equal to this value, then there is only one possibility of m. Okay, if n equal to 2 plus minus 2, again there is only one possibility of m. If n equal to plus minus 5, again only one possibility of m. Now if n equal to plus minus 101 into 2, then again only one possibility of m. If n equal to plus minus 101 multiplied by 5, only one possibility of m. N equal to plus minus 2 into 5, again only one possibility of m. If n equal to 101 plus minus 101 into 2 into 5, again only one possibility of m. So the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so 8 cases, so there are 16 possibilities. Let us see the options. So option C is 16, so C is our correct option. That's all about the question number 22. Now let us solve the question number 23, which says that consider, I think it is not, it is too small to understand, just a minute. Okay, yeah, I think it is clear. Now the question number 23 says that consider two independent events with the same probability p. Okay, then the probability of the occurrence of at least one of two events is same for all p, is a increasing in p, strictly concave in p, strictly convex in p. So we have to find out the correct option, right? So I am considering the event A as the event and saying that A and B are two events, and it says that two events are independent and they have the same probability. Okay, so probability of A is equal to P and probability which is equal to probability of B, and it is given that A and B are independent, hence I can say that probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. So this is nothing but P into P, so this is P squared. Okay, now then the probability of the occurrence at least one of two events, so we have to find out the probability of occurrence at least one of two events. So we have to, now one of two events is represented by A union B, so we have to find out the probability of A union B. So probability of A union B is equal to, you know that this is nothing but probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Now probability of A is equal to P, probability of B is again equal to P minus P square, so this is 2P minus P square, which represent a parabola in so it is strictly concave in P. So option C is our correct option. That's all about the question number 23. Now let us solve the question number 24, which says that